Hey guys, Lysandra here, and today I want to do a special blog. It's kind of a special blog in light of something that happened yesterday with a good friend of mine, my friend Chase, aka DJ S.O.U.N.D. So pretty much we were like pretty much talking about different topics, and the thing is that kind of our style of talking, well, generally actually in a way my style of talking is um pretty much like starting off on a topic and then going off on a tangent on different topics, and then from those topics going off on a tangent, and eventually we end up to somewhere that's distinctively different from where we started. It's like going on a road, then taking another road and deviating from that road, and going on indefinitely, deviating to the point where you eventually get lost somewhere. But anyway, that's not what I came here to talk about. So, what came here to talk about is it's mainly has to do with the whole deal of pretty much getting into debates and controversial topics or so. And the thing is, then I have like several years debating people. I have debated all sorts of different people on various topics: politics, religion, economics, philosophy, ethics, you name it. And even various logical concepts, as well as paradoxes and things like that, and things in science as well. I have covered various things, and one of the things that there's various things I have learned over the years, and a lot of the things I have learned to do is pretty much watch out for like a lot of the not only watch out for a lot of the logical fallacies that the person you're debating with is employing, but also like um, be self conscious and aware of the probability that you might employ your own logical fallacies, because one of the things that usually tends to happen, and especially in controversial topics, it usually tends to head into a really heated argument. It usually tends to heat up, and at that point, one of the most common logical fallacies that it's very easy to fall into to employ is an ad hominem. It's really easy, especially if you live based by a certain moral code, a certain ideology, or a certain standing, or you uh, a certain political party, or a certain belief, or you have a certain concept about something. It's very easy to do that. So you not only have to be aware of the other person's logical fallacies, because if a person has a lot of logical fallacies in their argument, it's very easy to debunk their argument. But you're also aware of your own logical fallacies, because it works vice versa, and also you might be pretty much ill informing the person as well. But anyway, one of the things I want to just focus on is just pretty much we kind of got into this like our argument and all because of over I guess a whole deal with like the whole concept of multiverse, of multiverse, and we pretty much talked about like similar universes and all, and and I also included the whole concept of kind of like a multiverse that's contingent upon your decisions and all. But basically, what happened is that he pretty much like commented on like Thunderfoot's video and all, And the thing is that I just told him that to be sure what he was getting into. And what I'm trying to get at is this: one of the advices that you should take always is that if you're gonna get into a certain topic in which you have no understanding of or very seldom understanding of, you should take the time to actually learn, like at least brief yourself on that particular topic. And the thing is that the more informed you are, the more you can hold your position on the topic. Because here's a little scenario. Imagine somebody who is pretty much like a student in high school who's barely learning electricity, and he's gonna debate a topic, well, a certain topic about a certain device with let's say electrician or an electrical engineer, or it could be any other topic. It could be or it could be on other topics. But the point is, if you barely know the topic, if you barely know the understanding of it, you're not gonna get your you're not gonna you're not gonna get your message across. Why? Because the other person knows the topic better than you know it yourself. You're barely understanding it. So if you're gonna go and debate with someone, you should at least educate yourself over that topic. You should at least educate yourself in reference to that particular topic. Because the thing is, you're pretty much gonna end up making a fool out of yourself. Now, another thing I want to reference also is the whole deal with like learning from like pretty much debating topics and all. And yes, you do learn something, but there's simpler ways of learning things. You could sit down, um, be observant of like, for example, you could there's various ways you can learn. You can learn from observing. You can learn from doing things hands on, experimenting, things like that. You could read on the topic. And the thing is, a lot of the time you're gonna learn more that way rather than just debating. Debating is mainly to learn like certain key points and all, and also it's just more of is more time effective because when you're debating, you're gonna be pointing out, you're gonna be spending time hearing the other person. You're gonna be spending time defending your point of view. And yes, don't get me wrong, you do learn stuff, but like I said, there are other ways of learning it better rather than just debating the topic over it. Also, it's easy to get carried away over being a sophist. Sophist is a person that pretty much argues to debate the topic, and I'm very critical of that because some of the things that I have regard and concern over is the whole deal with subjective and objective concepts. Um, for example, some of the misconceptions that people have over objective concepts, they think that if they argue it and they win the argument, that's actually what it is. Now, let me put a scenario in this. Let's say you argue that fire doesn't burn or anything. Okay, let's say out of some way of talking or anything, some way of trying to put key points of view here and there, you actually manage to win the argument. Okay, fine. But when it comes time to like actually test that concept, then that's when reality happens. How? Because you just go to any fire source and you test if what is actually happening. And the thing is that um, I know there's people that try to like twist words here and there that put in exceptions, and no, it's not about that. Objective concepts are should not be contingent upon the opinions of other people or circumstances. The only thing they should be affected by is actual physical um, aspects, actual physical things, environments, or physical changes. That's the only thing that should influence it. In other words, other objective things. But when you go into, like, for example, like subjective matters, things like that, then you get into a more complicated terrain. Why? Let's just say, try to prove that X picture or Y or whatever letter you want to use. Uh, try to prove that this picture is beautiful. Okay, and the problem with that is that it's not like proving like a natural process. It's not like proving something at all, like if you would in an actual experiment or anything like that. Um, the deal is here is that you're employing a subjective concept, which is beauty. Beauty is, even though I don't like the thought of it being subjective and all for personal reasons, it is a very subjective concept because it varies from people to people. For example, some people could say the color red is beautiful and the color green is ugly. Other people could say vice versa, and it all adds down to what your preference are and what things interest you, the environment that shape you, the concepts, everything. It all plays in here, you know. But anyway, and the thing is that I seen a lot of people argue subjective concepts like if they were objective and vice versa, and it's really hard to argue with those people. So, like I said, Chase, my message to you is this: educate yourself before you get into these complicated topics and all. And like I said, just like I said, to watch out for the other person's logical fallacies, you also have to watch out for your own. I'm not saying this to like attack you or anything. I'm just saying as more of a suggestion and all. But I also like thought of doing this video also because not only to educate you but also to educate other people as well. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And once again, like I always said, pledge to my Patreon. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.